What's going on, everybody? My name is Anthony from Knicks Nation, and we're going to go over the Knicks week. This is Knicks Weekly, episode 2. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and let's get going. So the Knicks opened this week against Orlando, and they had 4 games this week. They had Orlando, Charlotte, Milwaukee, and Cleveland. All in all, they went 2-2 this week, 500. They took care of business at home like we wanted to see. They beat Orlando 115-102. Everyone was playing well. Everything was clicking. They were playing really solid defense. Julius Randle, another great game in that game. 25 points, 12 rebounds. Emmanuel Quickly came in off the bench, 8 assists. Emmanuel Quickly played really well. Emmanuel Quickly this past week has bounced back after that bad game in Memphis. Emmanuel Quickly has shown us that he has consistency like we want to see. He's been consistent for the New York Knicks over these last 5 games. Emmanuel Quickly has been consistent. So Knicks took care of business at home. They beat the Orlando Magic. Then they had a thriller against the Charlotte Hornets. No LaMelo Ball. In that one, no Terry Rozier. But that game went into overtime, and we saw what a true point guard can really mean and really do for this team. So Jalen Brunson in that game took over. Jalen Brunson had 27 points along with 13 assists. There wasn't anybody on the Hornets stopping Jalen Brunson in that game. It was after that game, Twitter was going crazy. YouTube was going crazy. I was going crazy. It was just nice to see that we had a point guard like Jalen Brunson and to close out games, especially that type of game last year we would have lost. In that game, we saw a lot of things. Let me just go through the box score for that particular game because the Knicks, I think as a whole, this was their best game all around. Julius Randle in this game versus the Hornets. That's the game that I'm talking about. 17 points. He had 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Jalen Brunson, like I said, 27 points, 13 assists in this game. RJ Barrett was struggling with his shot in this game, but he still managed to get 22 points. This was the game that this season as a whole, RJ has been struggling with his 3. The Knicks had a game tonight on October 30th that I'll talk about in a second. Against the Cavs that RJ Barrett actually hit 3 or 4 from downtown. But during this game, Knicks played well. RJ had an okay game. Bench came in. Obi quickly came in, played well. You want to see more minutes out of Obi, but that's like beating a dead horse at this point. Us Knicks fans, I think we're not going to get it. As long as Julius Randle is on this team, I don't see Obi Toppin playing more than 20 minutes a game. But that's another subject for another day. Yeah, all in all, great game against the Charlotte Hornets. Knicks left this game 3-1, and then they went out. They went on the road, and this game was against Milwaukee on Friday night. Friday Night Knicks. This was on the 28th of October, and we lost. During this game, we couldn't really get a rhythm. Giannis took over this game. Really. The Bucks showed you why they're a contender in the East and why people are picking them to win the East. Giannis had 30 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists. Knicks had no answer for Giannis in this game. All in all, tough loss for the Knicks. The Bucks wound up leaving this game 4-0. Knicks 3-2, and we were like, okay, we can get them next time. We got a game versus the Cavs, right? We can beat the Cavs. Cavs are without Darius Garland. Cavs are missing some people. Granted, they still have Donovan Mitchell. Let's go out to Cleveland, beat the Cavs, stick it to Donovan Mitchell, and we'll go home, right? We'll go home to Atlanta. Happy team, happy plane ride. Everyone's happy. Knicks fans are happy. But that did not happen, right? I just got done doing the post game for the Cleveland Cavaliers and the New York Knicks. Tough loss. If you want to listen to the post game, it's going to be linked at the end of this video, or I'll just link it in the description. The Cleveland Cavaliers hit in this game. The Cavs hit. They hit a lot of threes. They hit 23 threes in this game. Attempted 50 threes. Donovan Mitchell had 38 points. You can just hear it in my voice. 38 points, 12 assists. Donovan Mitchell had this game circled on his calendar. You can tell he came into this game. First quarter was not missing. First quarter, he killed the Knicks. Then really got it going in the second half. Finished the game, double-double. He does what Donovan Mitchell is capable of doing. It sucks that we couldn't have anyone match him. Then the real killer for this game was Kevin Love. Kevin Love turned back the clock. I don't know how Kevin Love is still doing this, but he turned back the clock about 10 years. And he came in this game and dominated the New York Knicks. He shot 13 threes, made 8 of them. So the Knicks' three-point defense is really struggling to start off this season. Obviously, we miss Quentin Grimes. We miss his defense. But I don't want to harp on that too much because Grimes needs to get healthy. I've been talking about this for a while now. Last season, Grimes missed 30-plus games. He's already missed 6 games this year. When is Grimes going to get healthy? We need Grimes to get healthy. This way he can take some of those minutes from Evan Fournier. Because Evan Fournier, we all know Evan Fournier is a turnstile. Fournier is a turnstile on defense. Can't play defense. He's in there just for his shooting, right? So, yeah. The Knicks finished this week 2-2, 500 week. Now, let's talk more about this game, right? RJ Barrett only attempted 10 shots in this game, which is weird because he was efficient shooting-wise, but he only attempted 10 shots. To me, RJ Barrett is on the defensive end. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if anyone else is realizing this, but he looks slow, in my opinion, on the defensive end. On the offensive end, he doesn't have that burst like we saw in the past with RJ. He just looks like a step slow this season. Maybe that's due to the fact that he's put on more muscle. I don't know, but that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Don't kill me on it, but yeah, that's just my observation with RJ Barrett. Mitchell Robinson in this game got into foul trouble. Once Mitch gets into foul trouble, he can't get a rhythm throughout the game. And it's good that now that we have iHeart coming in for Mitch. Isaiah Hartenstein has been a gem this season for the Knicks. Seems like he comes in the game and does what iHeart does. 12 points, 9 rebounds, almost a double-double in this game. Shout out to Isaiah Hartenstein, one of the most underrated signings of the summer. Jalen Brunson couldn't get it going in the fourth quarter. He had 14 of his 16 points in that third quarter where he really took over. Couldn't get it going in the fourth. Missed all 3 of his threes. The Knicks tonight as a team shot 27 threes, made 10 of them, 37%. The Cavs made 23 threes. Like, you're not going to win much games when your opponent is hitting 23 threes. I mean, and most of the game, the Knicks were in this game, and the Cavs were just hitting every single three, and it was really frustrating. Manuel quickly had a nice 2-man game going in this game with Obi Toppin to start the second quarter. Him and Obi really fed off one another. I really want to see them grow and maybe build on that. Maybe continue to do that. We want to see them play well. Obviously, they're our guys, right? So, yeah, Obi Toppin came in the game, second quarter, played really well. Pushed the pace, provided energy. Defensively, he was playing really well. He was running the fast break. Knicks were finding him, especially IQ. Third quarter, Obi. Fourth quarter, Obi Toppin came in the game for Julius Randle because Randle was playing really well in that third quarter. I want to give Randle props in that third quarter. He was playing really well in the third quarter of this game. Obi didn't get to come in until the fourth quarter. So Obi came in, had a couple of turnovers, 3 turnovers on the night. All in all, not a great game for Obi. And, it's just, it wasn't a great game for Obi because he can't get a rhythm, right? He plays well. When he plays well, Thibs doesn't play him that much. When he makes a mistake, Thibs pulls him really quickly. And with Tom Thibodeau and that second unit, if you make a mistake, he's going back to that first unit really, really fast. And whether you like it or not, most don't. I don't think Obi can ever get in the rhythm like that. I really don't. Once again tonight, 15 minutes. He's capped out at that 15-minute mark. But yeah, tough loss for the Knicks. They moved to 3-3 on the season. The New York Knicks have not won a game on the road yet. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 5-1, 3-0 at home. The Knicks' next game is against the Atlanta Hawks this upcoming week. Let's just go through the schedule. Atlanta on Wednesday, Philadelphia on Friday, and then Boston on Saturday. So 3 tough games, 3 teams in the East that are all contending. The Hawks are contending. Philly's contending. Boston's contending. Ideally you want to see the Knicks come out this 2-1. The Knicks can come out of these next 3 games 2-1. They'll be 6 and no, they'll be, sorry, my math is all wrong. They'll be 5-5. No, 5-4. Sorry. Yeah. They'll be 5-4, and then you start to build momentum. Then you're at Minnesota, then you play Brooklyn, who's a mess right now. Then Detroit, OKC, at Utah. So you have a few games in there which are winnable, but these last 2 games were just unfortunate. The Knicks are back to being 500. Come home to Atlanta, got to take care of business at home. Got to. The Knicks this season are undefeated at home. Let's keep it that way. Let's go into the game on Wednesday, November 2nd, beat the Hawks. We all know that rivalry. Trae Young, the Garden's going to be loud. The Garden's going to be rowdy. Granted, they're a good team, but we are too, right? We want the Knicks to make the playoffs. Top 6 is a stretch. I think they're a playing team. But, yeah, so going to the Garden, win these games at home, and you should be okay. A few notes from this week. Injury notes. Quentin Grimes has now missed 6 games. Doesn't look like he's getting any better. They're reporting that it's just a sore foot. Whether it's plantar fasciitis, we don't know. It's just they're saying sore foot. So we don't know when Quentin Grimes is going to be back. So he missed 30-plus games last year. If he's not back on Wednesday, that's now 7 games. That's 10% of the season right there. I mean, come on. We got to get it going, man. We got to get Grimes healthy so he can take some minutes from Fournier, and we can start to build Grimes in the rotation. But he just has to get healthy. So we can all harp on the fact that Fournier's defense that, Fournier's defense this. He's going to be our starting shooting guard until further notice, until Grimes gets healthy. That's the bottom line, and it is what it is. So, yeah, what I want to see this week, I want to see them get back on track. 2-game losing streak. We don't want to see a 3rd-game losing streak going into Philly, and then you got Boston. So take care of business at home. Maybe surprise us, right? Surprise us with a couple of wins during these next 5 games. You have to. If the Knicks want to be a playoff team, you have to win these games. You have to beat these teams in the East that are better than you. We lost against Cleveland. We lost against the Bucks. Let's have a good week. Start off the week with a victory, a W at home versus the Hawks, and let's get it. Let's get back on the winning track and take care of business at home. Shout out to you guys watching. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at Knicks Nation. If you're listening to Apple, Spotify, we're now on podcasts. We're now on all the platforms where you listen to your podcast. So that's new. So shout out to y'all. Really appreciate you guys listening, and let's go Knicks.